Welcome to yet another installment of the Power Hour. Well, you guys quit it already, is all I hear. But anyway, I'm Steve. That's the urban sensation, C-Red, the icon. And of course, we have the real deal that is known as Rion Skills. He's changing his oil or something, I think. I don't know exactly what's happening here. Tonight, our guest is the man known as the counselor. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Power Hour, the Honorable Erich Schultz. Mr. Schultz, welcome to this particular show. How are you this evening, sir?
Oh, I'm doing all right there, Mr. Erich. Just kind of relaxing after a pretty intense weekend of legalese and wrestling and things like this.
You did have quite a weekend, and we're going to talk about all of it. Very interesting to note. I want to bring this up right now because I think it is about respect. In this business, you're either respected or you're not. Erich Schultz comes onto my show and pronounces my name correctly, which perhaps is the first time that's ever occurred. Every time we go to a show, I go to a show, I get the script, name is spelled wrong. People call me Arndt, Ahern, Arendt. Come on, people. 8 fucking years in this business. Airent. That's how it anagrams out. Airent. Air Jordan, but rent. Come on, man.
Yeah. All I had to do, the secret to my success was simply asking you how you pronounced it. That's my
amazing, right? A little communication.
That's all I had to do.
That is not something in great supply in the land of professional wrestling. Not known. I mean, how many times can you change your name in a 5-minute period? Take a letter away, bring a letter in. We're gonna go. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm a little salty because I recently did a stint in the Facebook Rock because a POW fan decided to report. And I'd like to read this post because I saved it because I want the board's opinion. I mean, I've got the attorney. I've got the board. We're the board of directors here. What?
Board of trustees.
Don't trust me. Kid me. So, my statement on social media. Oh. And this was in response to my little attack at Twin Lakes, Wisconsin on Chris Hedford, the commissioner of POW Entertainment. And Luis Romero, who I have no idea who that is, don't know, don't care. But he was pivotal in this little. I don't care. Maybe, like I said, I said to him in response to, because apparently he likes to beat up Chris Hedford too. I get it. You know, he's got a very punchable face, very, very beatable personality. I get that. And he said, "Don't beat my mule. I only beat my mule," referring to Chris Hedford as a mule, which is accurate. He is a horse's ass. Okay. So you could call him a mule. I get that.
Sure.
So I wrote back, "Here's the problem." And then I was crowing a little and I said, I'm a, like Jules in Pulp Fiction. I said, I'm a bad mother. And then I put some stars where the explicative would go so as not to offend anybody. I do what I want when I want. I beat your mule on Saturday night and I'll do it again. So stay out of my way or you'll become collateral damage. And that was enough to get me suspended.
Wait, for real? Like, seriously?
Because I said, because the video is me beating this guy. So I'm directly reflecting this video. And I said, I beat your guy on Saturday. Stay out of my way or you're going to be collateral damage. Now, I didn't threaten him. I just used a term that was a bad Arnold Schwarzenegger movie after 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
So you didn't show any naked pictures?
No.
You didn't say anything derogatory?
Not at one point did I twerk.
There was no.
There were no nip slips.
No bigotry at all.
I was not right. Look at me here. This should be pretty damn obvious.
The problem, Steve. The problem, Steve.
No, I didn't say racist. I said bigotry. This is the whole. That's two different.
I made you dinner,
Yes, you did. You made me tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. Wait, is it?
You can still be a
It
racist
is
and make
Tuesday.
dinner.
but I'm not racist. I like to think that's.
I know. The point is, Steve.
That's what every racist
So
says.
social
That's a fair point.
You're about to get banned.
social media.
I'm about to get you. You bet.
You better throw that
Social-
timeout flag.
Social media is sensitive. And what you did is a threat.
I do not feel like I
I was
threatened.
ready. I was ready for
But
it.
understand, you feel like you see. Here's the problem, and here's
Is
the
that the
problem.
funny part?
No, not the funny part, because I'm not drinking tonight. Let's shoot.
That makes
for a
one of
sec-
us.
Let's shoot for a second. The world has become sensitive, and everything you do is put under a microscope already when you put it on social media.
Mhm.
And now, because we're in the world of professional wrestling, the regular world doesn't get when we make those references, when we talk about, yeah, hey, I'm gonna kick your, you know what, you know where, and you all they hear is, oh, that sounds like a threat. Boop.
And here's the thing. And
I mean, because think about it, Ivan is banned every other day.
Ivan is Ivan and I share the same cell block. But that's not that. The point is,
I was waiting. I was waiting.
He's ready.
I was waiting.
so what you type is different than what you video post, because I basically put down a promo talking to Johnny Nye, Flash Harris, and Joey Roth that I was going to hurt them and hurt them permanent with a fist gesture. Now that's a motherfucking threat. But that's okay. Rocket Pro shared it. They're God-fearing people. So why am I getting harassed?
Because somebody reported it as a
How?
threat.
Pow,
Politics.
Pow, suck,
All
suck,
politics.
suck. It's all pow.
But here's the thing, and I
Politics.
Here's
I-
the funny part.
no, it's not the funny part. You want to blame Powell for what one person did.
Held off. He held off. I was waiting.
Don't tease.
So one
I need
person
whiskey
did.
tonight. I'm in a shitty mood. I got my ass kicked by my personal trainer last night. She decided to introduce some new exercises. And when you are introduced an exercise and you start using a body part that perhaps you haven't used in several decades, bad mood. Bad mood. Anyway, just a little look behind the curtain, if you will. I'm preparing for, yeah, she's got to watch those consonants. This past weekend, we had a lot of wrestling activity. Friday night, CSW, Shamrock Showdown with Hornswoggle. Saturday night in Woodstock, Northland put up their show. We went to Shabance and did our thing. And we had a lot going on. And the counselor, right in the middle of everything, right square in the middle of everything. Let's start with Northland, because there was a lot of color at Northland. I would think the Woodstock natives would be very offended that there would be color in Woodstock. I'm wondering how the franchise is going to deal with this playing forward.
Oh man. That's a great point, Steve. I think the question on everyone's mind after that show was, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
I mean,
But,
unless you drink his blood,
I don't plan on doing that.
you only can go so far.
Indeed. War paint is one thing. I don't want it to be a supplement in my diet.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Did you see that shit? You saw him doing the whole Mel Gibson from Braveheart shit over the rotting corpse of Cody James with blood.
I didn't see all of that. I saw blood, and
that shit was.
Well, you don't believe anything you hear, and only half of what you see. See red.
Spoken like a C-Red has frozen, or have we frozen?
No, he's frozen.
He's frozen.
He's definitely frozen.
But he
Who's
looks
not
good.
frozen?
But
Oh,
look,
there you are.
I hear him. But look at that shot. That still shot image that is contemplative.
When you watch this later, you are definitely frozen.
That's
Please
like
keep talking.
you could see right on top of the planet like this, like Atlas, very
I hope
thinking while taking a shit.
I hope he stays that way. Say something else, Red. It doesn't matter what you say. Say something.
I'm not saying anything else.
You're definitely frozen.
It's so good. So good. Mr. Schultz, you have rubbed so many people the wrong way. So many. How did you rub Cody James the wrong way? Because Cody James is, a bit difficult a personality in and of himself. How did you get to the point where you guys are throwing each other through doors laced with light tubes?
Oh man,
for John Moxley to jump from the rafters up in Woodstock.
It was wild. Cody James and I should say this, the beauty about being a lawyer is I will represent whoever. I'll represent whoever. And it's kind of the beauty of being a lawyer who's also a wrestler is I'll step in the ring with whoever, as long as this is right, as long as we're doing this right. You know what I'm saying? As
long as the stress ball is provided.
Yeah, that's the money. He's talking about money.
I don't know what money is.
I mean, stress ball, I feel like that's
I'm a commentator and a fringe player, so money and me, we don't need.
Cody, he's a big burly human, and he has a very physical style, and I've experienced that now. I've actually a few times I've kind of locked up or faced off against one Cody James, and each time it's like wrestling a bear. I'm glad I survived. I think we're tied at 1-1. I got him at the February show in CTW, or I'm sorry, in Northland, and then I got him at the just here Saturday. Or no, he got me Saturday. So we're 1-1. See, I'm still kind of recovering from the CTE here, but
so the question is, now Red's gone. Red has just left the building. Maybe he's going to try to put his phone to good use. We'll hear from Red in a moment. The question is, where do you go from here? Because I have a few suggestions.
I'm open. I'm open to hear.
I would like to see a strap match.
Okay, now we're cooking. Okay.
Because I think that would be interesting. You guys are locked together, and Friday night we saw Sierra and Dream Girl Ellie involved in a rather brutal strap match, and you guys brought violence like I was not aware that either of you could. So I feel like we need to get bigger and better, and I think a strap match might be just what the doctor ordered.
Well, I like it. That's kind of the funny thing. I mean, it's I don't like the idea of it, but I'd say anything different than what we just did is almost by comparison, anything is better. But that's we'll see. We'll see if the fans are still interested in seeing a contest between Schultz and James, and there's buzz about it, and there's tickets to be sold, and there's a spectacle to behold. Then
to be sold and a spectacle to behold.
Yeah, record that real quick.
That is some t-shirt shit.
Write that down. Also, Schultz gets results. I just want to now I said it. Okay. So I have a tally going. How many times I want to drop that one? No, I'm kidding. But no, so we'll see. We'll see, if there's like I said, if there's a chemistry there, and folks want to see it, then I'll step in the ring with Cody James again.
Well, both of you guys are well-traveled, and both of you guys are doing great things. But a match like that, I really feel kind of puts you in a different level. Do you feel that you've achieved a different level after a match like that?
Man, we're all okay. Well, if you want to get real, let's get real, Steve.
Well, we kind of bounce back and forth. I've had people say, don't bounce back and forth. And if it was their show, I'd say, okay, but it's not. It's not. I do what I do.
I'll show.
I want to watch a monitor.
Literally,
I'll watch the monitor. It's my show, not yours.
Yeah. Well, here's what I was going to say. This is me getting real here. After the match, there was almost a sensation of like Here, I'll give you a quick story and bear with me. After a play, if there was some play that got put on, and after the play was over, the audience erupted into applause. They were just clapping, and the actors involved in the play bowed, and they thought, wow, we must have crushed it. Later on that week or whatever, another show at the same venue, the actors put on the same play, and the audience was silent afterwards. Well, why is that? The actor, did the audience, did we not do as good tonight as we did that one night? And I think that, that audiences can react profoundly, and it can manifest differently. It could manifest in roaring applause, but it could also manifest in silence. I think silence can be powerful too. And I think that's kind of what happened after our match on Saturdays. When it was all done, there was almost kind of a hush, not from the crowd, but in the locker room. There was kind of like a hush. There was kind of like something happened. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go.
I hate this phone, man. I hate it.
But there was a hush. There was, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Look
that's
at
not
that.
the part we
And he
want.
wins the
Yeah,
gold.
He immediately went there. He didn't even.
We don't want it. Don't want Cody. I didn't even know there was a belt at Northland. There's a championship at Northland now, huh?
Yeah. But that's I guess my point is it was a shocking end to a great show. And I think that the longer people had to like process it, the more appreciation they developed for it. I think at first, I'm not sure people knew how to react at first. That's kind of my point, is there was almost a hush. It's like, what happened? What just happened here? But I think, as a few days went by, now it's kind of like, wow, it was a little something special.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. Why don't you show the people? Oh, yeah. That would be good for the whole room to see.
Just describe it like we're on radio.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It's a hot crowd, too. Oh,
Boing.
well,
Yeah.
That's not going to feel too good in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And another. Take two. They're small.
Jesus.
Don't forget the tongs. There were tongs, and there's a figure of speech where like, hey man, this guy's got you by the whatever. Well, it wasn't a figure of speech on Saturday. It was quite literal.
Saw that you had some testicular distress.
There we go.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? You're looking for the testicular distress?
No.
Yeah. Cody got the crowd involved in that one too. He would hand the tongs over to a crowd or a crowd member or a fan. And so technically I was assaulted by also two fans, aside from just Cody. Two fans got a
Well, that's what happens when you
too.
pick a fight with a guy in a town that they refer to as Cody country. So that's it looked like it was a pretty festive crowd. You had a nice turnout at Northland. I mean, that's the couple of times that I've worked there, I've really thought the crowds have been pretty good.
Well, yeah, in Northland, I'll say this. The crowd Saturday was probably the hottest I've seen. Most attendance, and then, like you said, kind of the most energy.
Yeah, you guys had them in your hand, in the palm of your hand.
Well, we had a good card too, because I've been there before, and just I don't know, maybe it's weather, because a couple, February maybe the weather was not as good, and people were maybe a little bit more reluctant to get out. Just didn't seem like maybe it was quite as hot as the crowd because the numbers weren't there. But as the weather starts to break, we're going to maybe we start seeing some bigger crowds, or maybe there's some more. I was just saying, maybe there's just some more interest in our program. Who knows?
Red's back. I think.
C-Red has returned, but
so.
He's still adjusting his parameters. Hello, C-Red.
Sliding the set.
C-Red not happy.
Oh, there you go.
Man,
there we go.
That's not a look you like to see. It was a hot show. I saw some of the other footage. It looked like Boz and Mario had quite a match.
That's right.
At one point, I saw Mario up on the bar, drink right at Boz. So I thought
doing the cocktail thing doing the Tom Cruise cocktail thing.
That was pretty impressive. And I saw Nate hitting people with chairs. So he's obviously living the good life, running things. So, great show. When's the next one?
Oh, I'll tell you right now, it's in May. So because of obviously WrestleMania, we're going to go ahead and give April a break. So I think you'll see a Northland show again, May 21st, Saturday, May 21st.
Let's put that down in our calendars, kids. Saturday, May 21st is the next Northland professional wrestling show.
We're going to take April off, take a little breather, let the buzz from the last show kind of do its thing. And we're sowing those seeds and we're going to cultivate them and see what we get in May.
Now you're getting a lot of work as an attorney. I believe at Northland, you're part of the association. And when I say the, I add 3 E's and a wrinkled suit in a suitcase, getting his glasses knocked off.
Oh, and blood on his suit. He was fit to be tied, poor man.
Gonna
need some baking soda or something.
Now listen, they say it's who you run with. And I'm hanging out with Red and Rion, and you're hanging out with Levi and Cameron. What's wrong with you, man?
We have a lot of street cred between the two of us,
I mean,
huh?
Excuse me. What?
What?
Wait, where's
wait, what?
Here's the funny part. What?
Oh, we got one. You at home, enjoy a beverage.
All right. I feel here. I'll just drink the slur from my drink. There we go.
He tried to cheers you.
Now I get it. I get it now. Okay. Now we're
street cred. Let's see.
Levi?
He was big business. Then he was big business Levi. Then he dropped the big business and became Levi Lugwire, sports agent. Then he became Levi McGuire. And now he's the association, not just not THE. It's THEEE
couple
association.
Yeah, the association.
Big business Levi McGuire.
Yeah, that is correct. I concur with everything you just said.
Are you giving him legal advice?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing. Levi and I are both white collar professionals, so we represent white collar. It's a figure of speech. It doesn't have anything to do with race. But we have, we're
the race card just get played. I didn't even say it.
Yes, it's our vocations. I was referring to our vocations.
Why do you keep saying stuff to incriminate yourself? Your job is a lawyer. Why do you keep saying stuff?
I'm not incriminating myself. Levi,
that is your first charge timeout. You have 2 remaining.
That's right. But we both have these kind of, higher echelon jobs, more professional jobs. Like I said, we're not the blue collar, punch them in, punch them out guys. We got the kind of the agents.
Well, he does get punched a lot.
Lawyers, white collar, I call it white collar job. So anyway, he's a sports agent. I'm the lawyer. I handle the legal side of the association.
How many people are in his employ?
Right now, we're at 3. It's Levi McGuire, Erich Schultz, and Adam the Stallion.
Adam Stallion got sucked in by Levi?
Adam Stallion got sucked in by Levi. What? He's kind of the yin to our yang.
I like Adam Stallion.
I like him too.
The hell's he doing with you two?
We're the odd couple. We're the modern odd couples. I'm very much.
You like Adam Stallion, right? Red, you like Adam Stallion?
He's the casual killer.
I think Red's watching AEW Dynamite.
That's tomorrow.
No, I'm trying to figure out when the hell did Levi get street cred?
Oh,
he's still angry. He's still angry.
Well, I was referring more to Cameron.
Still,
when did Cameron get street cred?
I don't know.
All right, so let's segue.
It's my job to put him over as their faction mate.
Don't miss
okay. Good
Don't
job. Good
miss
job. Good job.
Northland Pro Wrestling and this juggernaut of a new faction called the Association. Just make sure you bring a couple of extra E's to the party because Levi McGuire street cred is up in that bitch. Okay, so Lando Calrissian is what I call him because that's what he is. He's a scoundrel. Anyways, moving on to
Please.
Friday night. Now, this is where I have to kind of ask you how, because I'm still wondering how. I had a very good scramble match planned for CSW. It was a thing of beauty. Axel Rico, Hornswoggle, such great talent.
And many more.
And many more. I mean, we could go down the list. But we've got
Vic Capri, Acid Jazz,
Rick Capri could not
and
be
Victor Nestra. Yeah.
Inestra up and coming.
That was the original six. That was your original
Oh,
six.
you know what? We were talking
just like the NHL.
We were talking before the show, and I want to just say this. I've had a couple of people say, what's the point of the Futures Royal? The point of the Futures Royal at CSW is to showcase young talent. And we counted 7 members of the Futures Royal over the last couple of years that are now primetime players and feature performers at every CSW show. Some of them are going on to bigger and better things. Schultz works at 3 promotions. Axel Rico works everywhere you want to be.
He's working, baby.
The fraternity boys of AZZ are coming up. We got Doom Montgomery.
Won't be long. Moondog Murray.
Don't mess with the Futures Royal. It's historic. That was number 40 we had this past Friday night. The 40.
Really?
It's unbelievable. It's a long track record of Futures Royals. Doom Montgomery, if you want trivia questions answered later, is the 40th winner of the Futures Royal. Thank God it wasn't Cypher because he's won 7 of them. But anyway, neither here nor there. Just to segue back to CSW, don't sleep on the Futures Royal because you know what? The stars start somewhere. They don't just grow them in a lab.
And how?
I mean, C-Red will tell you when you started at Windy City Red, nobody was a star. You busted your ass and you got there, right?
I made myself a star.
That's what I'm saying.
He's still pissed.
He's mad.
He's clearly still pissed off.
Man, he's got that Lori Lightfoot look going on. Like he's angry.
He's
well
contemplative.
Going very well. This is going great. Okay.
If looks could kill, Aaron. If looks could kill.
I fear
there'd be a triple homicide right here.
Don't you act like he didn't call you Lightfoot.
Let's reset. So we had our scramble at CSW, and I knew Vic wasn't going to be there because Vic was under the weather.
That's
and
right. That's right.
In the pandemic era, you can't be too careful. Acid
Well said.
Jazz was taken out of the scramble because Marche Rocket went away for the Crockett Cup, and he pulled himself out of the scramble match, which I was wondering why, and then showed up in the Dope Kings match and cost the Dope Kings their match. So Jazz and I are not on the same page, but that's another story for another time. Red, come get the boys. Come get them.
Really?
Come get them.
I saw your little just know I saw it.
I was calling for a higher power. I was giving Red the respect he deserves, like I always do. But anyway,
that's right.
So all of a sudden, the men that I know that are going to be in the scramble at this point are there. And then all of a sudden, out comes the counselor with his briefcase and an announcement. Fill in the kids.
Yeah, basically easy message to communicate. The 6-man scramble was changed to a 5-man scramble because Jazz withdrew because Marche wasn't in attendance.
To change.
That's hey, and how, right? That's why we put that. Those are what we call safety nets in the legal realm. But then there are, Vic, Vic Capri, obviously under the weather, can't control that kind of stuff. So I said, hey, why fill 2 spots when we can only fill 1? And I'd even consider, Steve, maybe even putting my client Mario Pardue in there, but he was out of town. He was over in La La Land.
He cut a promo, basically told me to fuck myself, and then went to Hollywood, which was great. Mario, we'll deal with Mario soon enough, and it's gonna deal with you too.
I was, and again, I might have been inclined to include Mario in that scramble. The manner in which I obtained the contract to that match is not important. Just know that I'm good at what I do.
It's important to me.
Just know that I'm good at what I do.
So the contract, so I can go to their office and complain.
Suffice it to say, the contract came through the law offices of Erich Schultz, and I said 6-man, nah, let's make it a 5-man. And I say, I know just who to put in that last spot. How about Erich Schultz? I'll throw my name in the hat. So, and that's what I did.
That's what he did. Everybody was making matches. I mean, I had a whole card full of matches made, but everybody was making matches.
Just suggestions.
I gave them what they wanted, but apparently they wanted more. I was trying to be you.
Me. Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Don't be me.
Erich Schultz, you're taking liberties at at CSW. I don't like where this is going because the month before, you and Mario we had a thing, not a good thing, right. And now you interrupt my scramble match. Where are you going with all this? What are you trying to do?
Well, I mean, if you'll recall, when I made my debut at the February show at CSW,
I remember.
I said, look, I know I get painted in a bad light. Nobody likes lawyers. We're ambulance chasers. You're very clear about that on social media. But suffice it to say,
I recognize talent and you have opportunity.
And at least as professionals, we can respect each other in that regard. But if it's one thing America needs, it's more lawyers. Okay. And you can quote me on saying that. And I am here at CSW. In any promotion I go to, I like to be able to provide my services and right the wrongs and address the injustices that I see in each promotion. The first of which at CSW had to do with Mario and Ref Dev. So that was the purpose of my attendance there in the February show. I came back and had another purpose in the March show. Had to fill that scramble, a few spots in the scramble. So I'm happy to do it. That's why I tell people I'm your counselor. Let me be your counselor. Schultz gets results, and also Schultz consults. I'm working on some of those
too. All right, Schultz. April's coming. Right. I got my eye on you.
Okay.
I feel like we're going to come to it, but I'm watching now.
Something's brewing. Something's brewing.
CSW. It was a great show. We had we had a standing room only crowd, which was hot. Everybody came out to witness what we were shoveling or what we were cooking or whatever you'd like to say, depending on your era of wrestling.
Hottest crowd. Real quick, I gotta brag.
Ed McMahon since Ed McMahon. He laughs at everything, which makes me happy.
Yes.
I understand why Johnny Carson enjoyed Ed McMahon so much, but that's neither here nor there. So we had the big double main event. Sierra beats Dream Girl Ellie with a strap. That was violent. Red, have you ever been in a strap match? I think Red's playing Fortnite. Are you playing Fortnite, Red?
No, they took all the walls away. They took the builds away. Now you got to be good. You can't just build stuff. I don't know how the kids gonna play now. They got to play like a shooter now. He's focused.
No,
he is focused. He whooping people's ass right now.
He's playing Fortnite.
He is asserting his dominance over other people as we speak.
Did you hear that I played Fortnite for the first time?
Yeah, I did. It was
Got
so
fucked up by a
bad. It was
chicken.
so bad.
And
That'll
now,
happen.
now they're having fun at my expense there, Rion. It's not good.
Oh, no.
I feel like
No. Just derailing.
a brand new match has been unveiled for RPW Spring Break.
That's for real.
Yeah,
That can't be real.
look at this.
Let's see it.
Real.
I have a match
That
at
can't-
Rocket Pro Wrestling Spring Break against a goddamn Fortnite chicken.
that can't be-
Wait, Steve, how many holds are barred in that match?
I don't know, but I tell you what, I'm gonna be Colonel Sam up in that bitch. Colonel
Are
Sam
you-
is up in that bitch.
Oh,
Barbecue it.
Are you telling me that surely some holds will be barred in that match?
There are some holds barred, and don't call me Shirley. I always wanted to do that.
No, there's no holds barred. I saw it clearly. I was setting you up there, Steve. There's
You
no
set
holds
me up,
barred.
and I appreciate that. So we had Joey Avalon versus Blanco Loco, 2 out of 3 falls table match. Turtle,
Mm,
the innocent referee Turtle goes through a table.
mm,
Yes.
innocent. That's debatable.
That's
Innocent's a
what brought him
debatable
out.
word.
That Turtle being killed, that's what brought him out. Now Red's interested. Well, Red's going to talk about crash tested in a minute because we're getting ready to head. We're doing the past, and now we're going to head to the future.
Working towards it.
So Joey Avalon's still our champion. Steve Boz defeats Ryan Matthews with a little help from the Alpha Lion, TJ Steele, and Kimmy Zilla. Ryan Matthews had a temper tantrum like always, but he's retained his title. We had a great time. I thought it was a great show. Everybody loved Hornswoggle. Everybody loved the matches. Did you enjoy how I finally destroyed CNC Destruction?
Well, I work with CNC.
I know you do.
They're colleagues of mine.
I have been telling you all for a year that if was be the last thing that I would do is destroy them. Now, because of what happened to open that show, CNC Destruction can no longer wrestle as a tag team at Chicago Style Wrestling, thanks to Elite Marco Anthony and the Irish Car Bomb, Sean Mulligan.
Oh, that's right.
Remember? They came out and interrupted my time with the fans.
That's
and
right.
they said, we'll beat anybody. And I said, I can pick anybody in the back or in the arena. I could pick a partner and come kick your ass. And then you never.
And you
back.
pick Marco Anthony?
Well, Marco and Sean Mulligan were having St. Patrick's Day beverages in the bar. And they said, we'll challenge anybody. And, what's St. Patrick's Day without the Irish Car Bomb and Elite Marco Anthony? So it worked out pretty well. They kicked their ass and now they're no more. C-Red's coming back. C-Red's
There
going to
you
be,
go.
it's going to be C-Red in stereo and shit. That's fun.
Oh, and there's that.
He's gone, but he'll come back.
He's talking that shit.
I should have called
He's talking
my
that
first
shit.
mistake was ignoring Lightfoot comment.
He's talking that
But he
shit.
was
Right.
calling out.
He's talking early. He's like, "Oh, I'll show you."
Yeah.
He's coming back, y'all.
He's coming back. He'll be back at some point.
Once the dial-up finishes connecting.
We've got some
you
motive
got-
activity. We've got some
You
motive
got
activity.
jokes, huh?
You still in the dark.
There he is. There's
Oh
Red.
man, look
Hey,
at how
Red.
that's
Hey, man.
entrapment. That's entrapment.
That's
How
all
you
right.
feel?
That's all right. I'll see your ass on Saturday.
Oh, that's
Heaven to hell match, right?
Are you talking? Who are you talking?
Your ass on Saturday in the ring.
CTW Crash
In the
Tested
ring.
Wrestling this
Oh, I'm the
Saturday.
general manager there. You can't mess with me.
Heaven to hell. We're gonna.
First
We're
of all, you didn't make the comment, so unless you want me to jump out the ring, I don't give a damn if you're the general manager.
Red, we can't do that. We can't be enemies of Crash Tested Wrestling.
3, 5, and 10. That's what I do. 3, 5.
Did you see what I did to a friend of 30 years?
I did. That was pretty bad.
So you think I a friend of 6 years?
Well, I saw what happened to you on Saturday at Southland. Your girl
Did nothing happen to me.
Your girl got beat.
She gave a whooping.
ARC went down hard.
We didn't go down hard. We went down
Hard.
fighting. First of all, Steve, we've never said we were the unbeatable. But
Well,
understand,
that's clear. You guys
understand
ass whipping after ass whipping.
but we also give out ass whippings, don't we?
Well, I guess
we also walk out with gold, don't we?
When?
Miles Mercer still isn't a champion.
Is he a champion at Southland?
Has he gotten the opportunity at Southland? No.
That's not my department. That's Terry Allen question.
No.
I'm
But
just
you're
pointing out the fact
but
that
you're
he
you're
pulled
act- but-
gold from like a company that busted up like 5 years ago.
no. He still holds the title.
Where?
Does he not? Is he not the reigning and defending undisputed Chris the classic champion?
C3 wrestling. I know what
He beat
about.
Classic Chris.
I know what he's talking about. C3. That happened. I was there. I was there for that.
Thank you.
He beat Classic Chris,
No, it doesn't matter who he beat. He's the champ.
or did he beat the Power Ranger?
He's still, yeah.
He's still the champ.
He beat the Power Ranger.
Are me and Miles not the reigning and defending 3-year LOW tag team champions?
Well, that would be helpful if LOW is still running.
They are still running, and they're
Where?
coming back. They're coming back.
Talking that shit.
I'm not talking that shit. I'm pointing out facts. I got a lawyer here. We got to talk about the truth.
It's true. It's true.
It's the truth. They're coming back. And again,
Here's
we're
the funny
coming
part.
and we're coming back to IPW to get all the shit that belongs to us.
Is that true?
We want our tag titles back.
You done?
No,
We want what was rightfully ours. We want the trios championship. We want it
They're not
all.
gonna win the Trios championship. Next
If
thing
I
you-
kill
next
after I
thing you're
kill
gonna want some medallions. You ain't getting no medallions.
after I killed Danger on Saturday,
Nobody knows what they're talking about. Nobody.
after I killed Danger on Sunday, I
You
should
aren't killing
say,
Danger. Danger's got your number.
Mr. Skills, would you tell him how many times we've killed this man?
But
He's
he
like
doesn't-
a
he doesn't
cockroach.
stay dead. He doesn't stay dead.
It doesn't matter.
Like
We
Erich
keep
Schultz.
killing him.
He never dies.
We keep
I'm-
killing him.
That's right. I'm a bad penny. I always turn up.
All right, so let's move over to Crash Tested Wrestling, which is this Saturday.
Why?
That's right.
So we can hear your biased opinion.
No, I've got, again.
I'm the general manager now. I make the rules.
I do make
Biased opinion.
That's funny you mentioned that, Red. I've been getting that a
Biased.
lot lately. As a
Yeah,
commentator, do I have to be unbiased?
Says the man that, I'm done with SCW, then signs the damn contract.
I did. It's a very lucrative one too. I have control. I have some controlling interest now as well.
Ooh, well done.
Yeah, I get to be I'm in a position of authority as well as being the best.
Are you higher than Terry Allen?
Oh no. I
Well,
live
then
beneath
you have
Terry.
none. You have none. So
I have some. Terry
None.
Allen bequeathed it upon me.
It's
a hell of a scramble word. It's a hell of a Scrabble word too. One more thing about SCW before we move on to Crash Tested. James Creed lost the Genesis Championship.
Jimmy Carrot.
We would like to think that Powell cost him that match, but I am not so sure. He was certainly distracted by the blue idiots that walked out and confronted them, but they never got in the ring. They just came out and did their brooding Powell bullshit. But Jimmy Carrot, it was the first time I'd ever seen him live, and sweet Jesus, what a revelation that man is. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, worked him over in New Age for NXW. That dude is.
That is a crazy son of a bitch. I was ring announcer, and he scared the absolute bejesus out of me.
Pause. Mr. Skills, I was told to tell you hello.
Okay.
Ray spoke to him and he said hello, and he's thinking about that farewell tour. He said he's thinking about it. So one last time, just so you know.
Ray,
Okay.
Do I know Ray?
All right.
No, you don't know Ray.
It's not that.
God.
Well, thank you.
What
While
is
it's
this? Are you
here,
guys playing telephone here? What the hell is going on? And we're in the middle of a goddamn show here.
really?
That's why we have
No
phones
one
to
will-
text.
No one will know.
They don't have to know. Mr. General Manager, Mr. I got the power.
I got the power.
You. General.
Was that a
Shit.
song in the 90s? I got the power.
It was.
It was.
Remember those that want the power.
I should come out to snap.
Heavy is
I'll
those
do
that
that.
wear the crown. Remember that, Steve.
I can whip that off.
I like that, C-Red. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. How true. How true that is.
And he wants all this power. He's power hungry right now. But at some point,
No, he's great. He's grateful.
somebody is gonna take it down a notch. Because it's not too long ago. I remember this man was in the back of somebody's trunk.
You know what? I
So-
put my past with Paragon aside.
Hey,
I didn't
and
see the light.
still don't know who broke into his house.
I am going to sign Paragon to come to crash test it. That's on my goal list for 2022.
Jesus.
Don't you think he looked good wearing that title? Take it right off of Brubaker. Anyway,
Be there first.
Oh,
Be there.
it's true. We'll talk about that too. Crash tested wrestling. Obviously, you know, we know that I'm the general manager and that's fine. And
Ooh.
he thinks I'm power hungry. That's not exactly true, but we'll talk about that too. What I'd like to talk about is I'd like to go back in time to a tag team match between Turtle and myself and CNC Destruction, High Society. And on that night, we were
You got what?
I did get whacked. We were doing well. We were on the comeback trail. I thought we were going to win that match. We had the upper hand. We had Cody and Chris reeling. And I turn around and all I see is the lead line briefcase as it cracks my skull. When I come to from that, I see the lights as I'm being choke slammed by two of the ugliest humans walking God's green earth.
ogres.
Why?
Oh,
You take that liberty on me. And
I'm not
sub
you.
question,
I'm at you.
do you think that you won't pay for that now that I'm in charge?
so we'll take it in turn here. So the first question is why?
Why?
And that's simple. I have aligned myself with what I perceive to be the most elite faction at CTW. That's
you
what
aligned
I
yourself
do.
with the ARC? That's
Yeah.
heavy.
The high society at CTW.
Oh, I thought you said the most powerful faction in CTW.
And I meant, and to which I was referring
To
to
the
high
ARC.
society. High society.
I wouldn't call them the most powerful faction.
Well, that's debatable, but suffice it to say, high society is for me is my gift to Hobart, Indiana.
That's your gift?
Indeed. Not that it was
You spend
my
more than
brainchild.
$5?
Not that it was my brainchild. I don't mean that, but I feel like I do
It's your
Hobart,
no
Indiana.
brain child.
I do Hobart, Indiana a service. I'm providing them a service. I'm giving them a chance to see what could be attained if only they would just kind of leave their country bumpkinness behind. They are a lot of rubes. If anything, I feel like I'm encouraging them. I'm encouraging them to see what, how much better they could be. So that said, I went out and I felt like I needed to offer my assistance to CNC Destruction. I don't know how else to put it, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry that you had to taste the pleather of my briefcase.
It is indeed pleather because, most real attorneys have leather, but that, we'll get to that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with
Um,
being thrifty, but okay.
Fair point. That's fair.
This is from the man that serves Pop-Tarts.
Hey, listen,
All right. They
Not
were
Pop-Tarts.
I enjoyed
They're all these brand toaster strudels.
we don't do toaster strudels here, son.
They're-
That's a 90s thing.
You could put your own icing on it.
I know that's you can't give American citizens that kind of control.
Yeah.
When you got to put your own icing on, you're inviting all kinds of situations.
Right.
That's why we don't strudel here.
I'd still have 10 strudels left, and all my icing would be gone because I would front load all the first ones I'd get, and just they'd be
the strudels. That's why he's an attorney.
There'd be so much icing.
Ridiculous.
Same with Dunkaroos. I'd always have like so many of the Dunkaroos left.
Hey, you keep Hot Rod Daddy Andy's name out of your mouth there, sir.
Hey, you mean the same Hot Rod Daddy Andy I beat? The same Hot Rod Daddy Andy I beat? His Dunkaroos didn't save him then.
See, Red. The counselor said he aligned himself with the most powerful faction in crash-tested wrestling. Imagine my surprise when high society was the next thing that came out of his mouth. How you feel about that?
Again, here you go trying to stir the pot.
Oh, there's no pot stirring. It's calling a spade.
Against the 8RC and high society. You already know me and Cameron have talked. You already know me and Cameron have smoothed the waters. They do what they do. We do what we do. We are the longest reigning faction, the longest reigning dominant faction in crash tested wrestling history.
Without question.
You know, so again, if CNC want to prove a point and go out there and beat said commentators that think they can wrestle with briefcases, fine with us, no problem. You know, now that they're general managers, they believe they're untouched. But once the show is over, you know, it would be ashamed if my brakes just didn't work.
That would never happen because I fix your car. Oh, unless you're going to the Englewood shops again.
Yeah.
Anywho, the point is this. We have a big show this Saturday night in Hobart. Lucked Out, one of my favorite events in crash tested wrestling history.
It's mine too.
I've always enjoyed this promotion. Back in the glory days of crash tested wrestling, it was really a sight to see. This is the first crack at it for the new regime, but I'm very excited about it because we've got a special brand new stipulation that could pit the urban sensation versus the counselor on the top of a ladder. So my question now is, if high society's attorney and the smartest man crash tested wrestling has ever seen find themselves in a battle for a title opportunity at the top of a ladder, is coexistence really still the goal?
Steve, I apologize. I'm not sure to whom you refer when you say the smartest man at crash tested wrestling. Could you shed a little light on that?
Just say that. Now I know what Booker T felt like. Not racist.
I know who the counselor is.
So let me enlighten you.
Please.
It is me, sir attorney. You have to understand that I have sat under the tree with the most diabolical, worst human, evilest person ever to step foot in crash test. Now you don't know this man, and that's quite all right.
I know that man.
But again, I've sat under the tree, and again, for almost 20 years, I've tucked tricks here, I've tucked tricks there, and I know my way around. So understand, when he calls me the smartest man, some say it's a compliment, some says it's bullshit. For the first time tonight, he's calling it right on the nose. For the simple fact that I am the smartest man in crash testing. Now, to his point, if you're on top of the ladder and I'm on top of the ladder, shit, it's a fight.
I can't disagree with that.
This ain't about high society. This ain't about the ARC. It's about a fight. So Now, unless you tell your fans ain't no blood, it might be blood. It might be
Schultz, are you gonna color up again?
Hey, understand. See what you've done, Steve, with your little special match.
Heaven
Again,
through hell? Are you talking about heaven through hell?
that's your little special match, Steve.
It's pretty special.
We all know it's yours.
Huh?
So again, yeah, you put 20 guys in there, right?
20
to beat the hell out of each other, right?
Hell.
Down to 4, right? Then it goes down to 2. So the last 2, yeah, it's a ladder match and they get to climb so they can grab that opportunity, right? Well, understand, I'm not coming in. I'm not putting on tights to wrestle. I'm coming to fight. And I've got some personal issues to deal with. And once I get rid of those personal issues, I don't care who the other 3 are. It could even be Miles. It could even be Renee. I don't care. I pray to God some kind of way one of them is Turtle. I pray to God so I can finally get rid of that wannabe mutant ninja.
Why is everybody throwing that term around? Want to be this, want to be that. Interesting.
Because he's a wannabe.
Erich Schultz. See, Red has dropped a lot on your lap here. And you are one of the 20 superstars. You've earned your way into the heaven through hell match. Right. I don't like how you've earned it. I don't like high society. That's no secret. But you're there.
Oh.
What's your response to the egregious statements of the smartest man in Crash Testing?
Well, I got to tell you, right off the bat, he claims to be the smartest man in Crash Tested Wrestling. Well, it may come as a surprise to you all, but from what I can hear, I am not disagreeing with anything yet. He says, if it's me at the top of the ladder and him, it's a fight. If it's me and Chris Miller at the top of the ladder, maybe it's a fight. So I can't disagree with that. ARC and high society have yet to cross paths, and that's fine. If we do in the future, I don't know what will happen. But the fact of the matter is, in the heaven through hell match, there's only going to be one winner. And so I think that the kind of story writes itself there for whoever the last 2 will be.
It's very well thought, a very well spoken answer. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm glad I'm not in it. I know that much.
Well,
I'm good.
You don't know about that.
I'm good. Oh, I do.
I could easily make it 21.
I'll count myself out.
All I have to do is say, let there be 21.
You don't have
to be 21.
Maybe I'll hold
blackjack
and just insert myself in the match. Maybe I'll insert us both.
Oh,
22.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of myself.
This Saturday night in Hobart, Indiana, lucked out one of the most popular crash tested wrestling events of all time. If it's not Destiny, it's lucked out. Very excited to be sharing this with Hobart, Indiana. Very excited to get my bite at the general manager apple, because some very important people have been general manager of this company, and I'm privileged to ally myself with at least some of them. Not all of them, but some of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them can't stand you.
Mm-hmm.
He likes me.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He tolerates you. He doesn't like you.
Make no mistake.
We talk often. He doesn't like you.
Talk often too. Don't you give me that crap.
Doesn't like you. I'm just being you want truth tonight on Truthful Tuesday. Well, here it is. I'm putting the truth out. He doesn't like you. He tolerates you, but he doesn't like you.
Well, I get that a lot. Too puffy chested, I guess. That's the word I'm hearing around the office. That's the workshopping. Acquiesce, they tell me. Acquiesce. Been acquiescing.
Spell it.
Not acquiescing anymore.
Spell it.
That's a $2 word.
Spell it.
Thank you, man. You've been working out?
Shut up.
He just wants us to see Marvel. That's all.
It is. It's Marvel World. Erich Schultz, what is your plan? You have come from the Futures Royal in CSW to headlining shows across the area. Your match at Northland, very impressive. Your inclusion in the Scramble, very impressive. Heaven and Hell, part of high society, very impressive. What's next for the counselor?
Great question. Well, I tell you, Steve, the outcome of this Saturday obviously still remains to be seen. That's pretty obvious. But I think I'm not a chemist and I don't know the periodic table that well. But let me say this. I'm interested in one particular element, and that element is gold. And I think it's high time for an attorney such as myself to be decorated and to be recognized as a top talent in a promotion. And I don't think it'll be long before you see Erich Schultz, attorney at law, and also champion in some capacity.
Let me ask you this. If you become champion and you strike gold, will you carry that belt in your briefcase?
If it will fit. Funny thing is I can fit two tag titles in that briefcase, but I can't even fit one big championship title in there. So it doesn't matter. But the point is, if I can fit it, I'll put it in there. Otherwise, why hide the light? I'll wear it around my waist. I'll pick a nice tie that matches the belt. I'll wear that tie. I'm going to show it. That's what I say.
Championship aspirations for one Erich Schultz. I remember when it all began. And
aspirations? It's just a matter of time, Steve.
I have my issues with you. That much is true. But it has been an impressive ride for you. And I am very pleased with how far you've come in a very short time. Wishing you continued success. Now, before we log off tonight, we've got a return happening this Sunday in Richton Park. The return of the product, the return of the Mac, the return of IPW. Gentlemen, what say you about the return?
What about it?
Talk about it. Tell the kids why they should come to Richmond Park Sunday at 2:00.
Because it's amazing.
Well, tell them why it's amazing.
Why do I gotta say it?
Well, because we're all part of it. We got it.
Okay, so
It's a family affair, right?
And he okay, that's fine. I'll be a liaison of sorts.
Well, suddenly everybody's bashful.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Erich Schultz is sitting in that frame with aspirations.
Why do I have to put? Okay, all right. Because it is an amazing company.
It is.
It gives a lot of opportunity to guys that normally wouldn't get it.
It does.
It is.
When Sean Danger beats C Red, it will give him an amazing opportunity to move forward in a tournament.
It forces wrestlers and fans to look at things differently than most.
It also encourages good spelling, which is something that we do not support in Crash Tested Wrestling. If you've ever seen Cameron Wade post.
Yeah.
Or
also, I'm Erich Schultz tonight. If you'll notice on my screen name, I'm Erich Schultz. So I've also misspelled my own name in my haste.
He has. Oh my. Well,
not Eric Stoltz. Star also in Pulp Fiction, another Pulp Fiction reference.
Are you changing your gimmick? Are you doing
Evans? No.
Are you doing a Levi LaGuire?
No, I don't have an H on my keyboard, so I
have no H on my keyboard. There's no H.
It should have just been SC_ULTZ, and I could have said, guess which letter's missing.
Rion, continue, please. Oh my God.
At least I guess I have to shoot, I guess. So as far as Ileana Pro Wrestling, at least to me, it's one of those organizations that it's literally a scenario of if it's something that you can think about, it can be done within reason. Like it is not many people that I've seen walk through there have an issue walking out. They normally want to be able to come back. They normally want to be able to just, because it's a different environment.
I got tag team dreams.
I've seen
tag team dreams.
There. I
Hoop
have
dreams.
hangouts there. I've seen guys literally beat the piss out of each other, respect each other shortly thereafter because of what they did. Like it is, with the exception of C-Red, because he just whatever. But
that's because he knows his time is short. The danger's got his number.
I've seen people lose their minds there.
Well, clearly, look at him losing his mind right now.
That grimace. What a grimace.
Over your comment.
I have seen. There's a lot of things that I've seen in that organization, and it just I'm happy to see it back. Like I'm genuinely happy to see where it goes. Because pre-pandemic, it was catching a lot of stride. It was good.
Moving in the right direction.
It was in the right direction. Like pre-pandemic, it was
a Sunday afternoon in Streamwood. Man, was it cold.
Man, it was. But
C-Red was watching the Patriots and running around the ring like he was 24 again. Who will ever forget that day? I'll never forget it.
It'll bring the best out of you, whether you want it there or not.
That's this Sunday. Illiana Pro Wrestling returns, Richton Park. Come out, bring the kids. It's a matinee show.
It's the medallion tournament.
It's the medallion.
Do you have information as far as the medallions? I do. If you want to know like what's happening, like I got an email from a dude. If you want,
you got an email from a dude.
Big old
Please, let's hear the email.
Okay, well, the email more or less says that the medallion gives you an opportunity to challenge for any championship other than the league title.
Does that mean that you can challenge Red and Mercer for those fake titles that they run around with?
It's not an IPW representation.
Oh, okay.
It has to be part of.
First of all, they're not fake. If you think they're fake, you bring somebody and you come on and you try to take them.
I've seen them. What? No, I'm good. I'm telling you, Red, I'm good. He keeps. I'll find someone for him first. I'm good.
No, let him find somebody.
I'm good.
Erich Schultz, are you busy?
Just like Rage find out how real those titles are, and heavy too.
They're surprisingly heavy.
Maybe I need the attorney as my tag team partner.
I mean,
2 heads are better than 1.
We both wear ties. That's
you, and very festive glasses.
Oh, hey!
But the difference is, Steve, guess what? He gets paid by the hour, and I can afford it. You can't. So,
man, where's Ryan? Man, call timeout. That was just hateful.
I like to see Red more and more. I feel like we're kind of cut from the same cloth here.
Hi, Ryan. How you doing?
So everybody should come out. If you're in the area, come out to Richton Park this Sunday. So since Rion shot, let me shoot.
Just go literally anywhere. I don't even know where this is.
Yeah, I wish I could shoot you, Steve.
I'm ready.
Illiana Pro Wrestling. After you've been in this business for so long, you look for that locker room that feels like home. And that's IPW for me. Not only am I
that's profound. I agree with that.
Not only am I probably the oldest member in that locker room, wrestling wise.
He ain't older. He said wrestling wise. He said wrestling wise.
Oh, that's right. I'm a wannabe. Keep forgetting that.
You've just been sitting in the crowd. Dude, can I talk? Thank you, God. Anyway, to see these young people that want to advance their careers and get a shot in the company, as Rion stated, that a lot of places, guess what, they send out, bios, they send out resumes or what have you, whatever, and they hear nothing, at least at IPW, they're given a shot, some make it, some don't, but everybody is given at least a shot, a fair chance. The atmosphere is great. The fans are great.
Except for Richard. Just kidding, Rich.
Love you, Rich. It's just one of those companies where, again, you wanna be there. You don't want to stay at home. You don't want to find something else to do. No, Ryan Matthews is not there. It is just an awesome company. So pre-pandemic, as it was stated, man, we were on fire. We were catching on. We had the buzz, and then the pandemic hit, and I get it, but and here's the biggest thing. I'm happy they're just back. A lot of companies did not make it back. All around this country, whether we understand or not, a lot of companies didn't make it back. So for them to make their return this Sunday is a huge deal. And the medallion tournament is pretty significant. Again,
a lot of great talent in it.
Great talent, and the fact that
a lot of variety.
When you think about this, this is just the first round, and you've got to turn around eventually later, and whoever holds that medallion gets to cash it in at some point,
Erich Schultz likes cash.
Oh, baby. And how? And credit.
Not at the pawn shop. Not at the pawn shop. So, I mean, I'm usually I reserve my Sundays for me.
As do I.
This Sunday, I'm looking forward to strapping on my boots again and getting in the ring with Danger and entertaining the fans, especially IPW fans. I think they deserve it. They've been hungering for it, and finally we get to give it to them one more time. So I think, anybody again that's in the area, you will not be disappointed. Have an early brunch or wait till after the show to eat. You won't be disappointed. Money will not be wasted.
It's going to be a hell of a show, Richmond Park, this Sunday, 2:00 start time. Doors open at 1, I believe. Come out and see it. I am just going to be there to observe because a lot of people that I know, a lot of people that I respect are going to be there working. So, it's a good place for me to be. And I don't get a lot of free time. So when I have free time, I don't like to squander it, but this is not squandering all the things that came from IPW. I met John Bullard at IPW, and that led to Chicagoland Championship Wrestling that we hope comes back soon. I met Tully Bertorelli at IPW. I re-upped with the ARC, who I hadn't seen in a while at IPW.
Got a resurgence after that. They got a resurgence. They went from just their story in general. They went from not having a home to creating one to where they can go with that. So
they're just everywhere now. I can't throw a quarter and not hit somebody in the ARC at this point. And we don't know who all's in the ARC. There could be hundreds of them for all we know, but that's neither here nor there. Erich Schultz, what a role you are on, sir. Headlining shows 2 out of the 3 days last weekend, and now coming back this Saturday and headlining another show. Also got a chance to work with you at Fusion. It seems like you and I have some kind of mythical intertwined situation where we just keep showing up at places where we're both at.
Kindred spirits.
Perhaps indeed.
Or star-crossed.
Don't say it.
I
don't roll
trying to
that
think of a
way.
better word. I'm trying to think of a better word.
So,
Our cost of affiliates.
Affiliates, yes.
due to technical difficulties, Eric, you have not heard how I feel about you.
Oh,
So, this is the time where I get to.
Actually, this is the part of the show I really enjoy. Go ahead, Red.
I'm on pins and needles.
You should be. So never heard of you until you joined Crash Tested.
Ding happened right as he said that. It's amazing.
And
I'm sorry.
then I saw you at CSW. So then it made me start to inquire about who you were. And I must say, young man, that you have impressed the hell out of me. I did see just bits and pieces of clips from this past Saturday. And I was more impressed. You are one of the reasons why Chicago is up and coming, or really we've never left, but people are taking more and more notice of the people that are coming out of Chicago. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep believing in yourself. You have a wonderful vocabulary, which when you get on the mic, you're able to speak and enunciate and deliver.
Yeah, I know.
And you can spell.
It's the first thing I noticed.
And a lot of people understand in your position.
That's right.
And further, I know people that have been in the business longer. And guess what? You hand them a mic, just dead silence.
I'm doing a timeout.
He's doing an actual timeout.
Oh, he's doing the timeout.
I'd like you, Red. I'd like each of you to take a crack at spelling the word tsunami.
Oh.
I'm not doing it.
Why?
I'm not doing it.
I'm just saying,
I'll go
Erich Schultz
T
is part of two factions in which the person in charge cannot spell to say. And your smartphones, when you're posting this crap, have spell check. How do you ignore the spell check?
I know what he's talking about. There's random posts of the head guys.
Now, in high society's case, he is a head guy because his head is gigantic. But my point is, they can't spell.
So, are you talking about both of those guys?
Yeah, Big Business Levi, LaGuire, Lando Calrissian, and Cameron the Don cannot spell, and they have spell check. You go, Siri, spell tsunami, and she'll say
TSUNAMI.
yes. It's not, US.
Spell it,
tsunami. That I believe that's a division of provolone cheese. But that
okay, hold on. Alexa, spell tsunami.
Oh no.
Tsunami is spelled TSUNAMI.
There you go.
That's
Well,
all it takes.
I think
Alexa do my work.
spelling is becoming kind of a lost art, like penmanship or cursive. That's what I meant. Cursive.
Or
Cursive's
kind of posting.
Cursive's gone the way of the dodo. Maybe spelling is too. Who knows?
We don't know.
We'll be like cavemen, and we're just gonna send emojis for the rest of our lives. They'll just send you smiley faces and emojis, and you'll get what I mean.
I'm not gonna speak about Cameron, but that other person, yeah, he just.
When you get your glasses slapped off your face, it changes a man.
That don't it though?
It changes a man.
Might have,
something comes out of you.
Took a T and, took a C and he needs to buy a vowel. I don't know.
Let me put it this way. Jax Johnson dumped him, and now he's fighting for the Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Championship against Josh Woods in April at CSW. So we got a little Ring of Honor. So if Jax Johnson plays the card right, he could walk out of that building Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion. It's impressive. Didn't
Very
you
impressive.
know, I
Are you
didn't-
are you
And I guess you're
suggesting,
puffing
Steve?
out your chest because you did that one too, huh?
Are you suggesting, Steve, good things happen when you abandon Levi?
when you abandon Levi, you don't have to spell the with 3 fucking E's. That's all I'm saying.
Because doesn't the become the?
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that business don't do Shakespeare in the Park, but that's maybe just me. Anyways, I like it when Red does Red's thing when he talks about what you mean to him, because a lot of people will say that's just Red blowing smoke. And those of you that know Red knows that Red doesn't blow smoke. Red says what Red says, good or bad. I've been on both sides of that coin with Red. So the fact that he said nice things about you and is still probably going to kick your ass on Saturday, that's quite the paradox.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really not, because guess what? Everybody, whether it be Saturday, whether it be Sunday, anybody I step in the ring with, I'm going to give you the respect that is due, because you did what it took to get to that moment. Now, if something happens in that ring, that's a totally different story. You know, and I mean, guess what? This ain't ballet. I just told Renee this yesterday. This ain't ballet. So I expect to get hit just like I'm going to hit. But understand, what does ARC mean? For every action, there's a reaction. And then you pay the consequence. So understand, Saturday or Sunday, maybe if I'm still pissed off even on Monday, consequences are going to be dealt this weekend.
You didn't say that. Steve didn't say anything about beating anybody's kids. You didn't say that.
Just say it. He's mad. He's angry. He's very, very militant.
No kid beating. You didn't say anything about kid beating.
Erich Schultz.
See, he just reads in everything. See,
I do read into everything. It's true.
see what he does, man.
It's a redeeming quality. I like to stir that pot. Erich Schultz, I knew this was going to be a marvelous situation. You are really good at what you do, even though I hate your existence with a passion. We look forward to seeing.
Get that a lot.
We look forward to seeing what you do on Saturday. I look forward to seeing what you do at the next CSW show, and continued luck and success as you move forward in your career. I think you've got a lot. So thank you for being here tonight.
I appreciate that much.
Any final thoughts, Mr. Schultz?
Well, I was going to say, I'd like to just address C Red's positive comments. A lot of respect there. I think that there can be a mutual respect even among those who are looking at each other across the ring. So appreciate that. I've enjoyed your presence in the locker rooms too, but again, that doesn't excuse you for what will happen should we find ourselves in the ring together.
The lines have been drawn. The venues have been set. This weekend will happen. Make it a point to be there. Hobart, Indiana on Saturday, Richmond Park on Sunday, CTW and IPW respectively. We want to thank Erich Schultz for taking time out of his schedule to be with us tonight. Next week, Rion, myself, and the Urban Sensation will welcome another crash-tested superstar. The very popular Jared Kripke will be on this show. So we'll be looking forward to that very much. And in a few weeks, we're taking the Power Hour on the road to Momence, Illinois, in which we will be interviewing some people live at the SCW training facility. So you're sure going to want to stick around for that because it's going to be delightful. We have Wi-Fi there now.
Oh,
am I getting paid?
Somehow, some way, you always get paid.
You know, Steve, some people wait a lifetime for moments like that.
On that note, this has been the Power Hour. I'm Steve. That's Rion. That's Red. Erich Schultz. Have a good night and a better tomorrow. Good night, kids.